When stopping in a manual car, should we brake before pushing the clutch pedal or press the clutch first and then the brake? The answer is, it depends. In this video, we will explain why we need to push the clutch at the correct time and also how we decide which pedal we should push first, depending on the situation. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell so you are alerted when we upload a new video. If you have any questions, please comment below and we will do our best to answer. It's important that we understand why we need to push the clutch pedal down, so we can decide the best time to do it. The reason we must push the clutch down when stopping our car is that we need to disconnect the engine from the car's wheels before it is forced to run too slowly as we stop the car. If we forget to push the clutch pedal or push it too late, then the engine will stall. So, when is the best time to push the clutch? And should it be before or after we start braking? We need to push the clutch pedal down just before the engine reaches its idle speed. But when is that? We can use the car's rev counter to see how fast the engine is turning. Once an engine has warmed up, it will usually idle at around 800 revs per minute. However, it makes very little power at this speed, so we normally keep it above 1000 when driving to ensure it doesn't struggle. If your car doesn't have a rev counter, then listen to the sound of your engine idling, as this is how it sounds at its minimum speed. So whenever we are stopping, we just need to push the clutch pedal down fully when the engine speed reaches 1000 RPM, so the engine can keep running as we stop the wheels of the car. But when should we push the brake pedal? When we need to stop from a low speed, perhaps anything under 10 miles per hour, then the engine speed will already be very low. We can see the car is currently doing 10 miles per hour in second gear, and the engine is running at about 1000 RPM. If we decide to stop now, we would need to push the clutch pedal fully down straight away before starting to brake. Of course, if we do the same speed once more, but in first gear, then the engine speed will be higher, about 2000 RPM, and this means we can brake a little before we need to push the clutch down. If we forget to press the clutch pedal when we start braking, we will force the engine to run too slowly, and then, as it struggles to keep running, it will start to shake the car before finally stalling. When we need to stop from a higher speed, maybe above 20 mph, then we will need to do things a little differently. At these speeds, the engine will be going faster, 2000 RPM in this case, so there will be time to brake a little before we need to push the clutch down at the usual 1000 RPM. We then keep both pedals pushed down until the car stops. As before, the engine speed will vary when stopping from different speeds and in different gears, but we should still brake first before pushing the clutch down at 1000 RPM. Of course, if we have a high gear selected at a moderate speed, such as 5th gear at 30 mph, then the engine speed can be very low and we will need to push the clutch down as soon as we start braking. There is no need to select lower gears as we stop the car, as there would be no benefit from doing so. With experience, we soon get used to the sound of our engine, so we don't even need to look at the rev counter anymore. We just push the clutch down just before it sounds like the engine has reached idle speed. So you might now be wondering, why don't we just push the clutch down as soon as we start to brake to a stop? The reason we shouldn't push the clutch down too early is that it allows the car to freewheel without a gear engaged, which is also known as coasting. Coasting is potentially dangerous as it reduces the control we have over our car. When a car is driven with a gear selected and the clutch engaged, this mechanical link gives us a way to control our speed. When we lift off the accelerator, drag from the engine will slow the car gently and reduce the need to use our brakes. If the clutch is pushed down unnecessarily, the car is allowed to roll at whatever speed it wants to, and this can be dangerous, especially when driving downhill. Notice the car's speed increase as it freewheels, but after we lift the clutch, we regain control over our speed. For more information, click the banner above to watch our separate video about coasting. If you are a new driver and wish to keep things simple, push the clutch down first when stopping from under 10 mph, and when stopping from above 10 mph, brake first before pushing the clutch down. If you are a more experienced driver, try to think of the clutch and brake pedal as two separate things. The brakes are used to stop the car, and the clutch is used to prevent the engine stalling. Both jobs should be done at the correct time, which will depend on the speed the car is going and what gear we have selected. But the clutch must always be pressed before the engine goes under 1000 RPM. Sometimes that will mean we press the clutch first, and sometimes we will brake first. Just do whatever is best for that situation. So remember to consider the car's speed and gear, check the engine's rev counter, brake the car smoothly to a stop, and press the clutch down fully at 1000 RPM. If you found this video interesting, then please visit our channel, as there are over 100 more tutorial videos to help you improve your driving. Welcome to our new Gold channel member, Tonoli Abid, and also to our Silver members listed on screen. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.